WWE fans, welcome to another great edition of the Backstage Jabronis. He's Daniel Snyder. I'm Jeremy York. We are the number one tag team in WWE media. Don't believe us? Just ask us. I'm sure Sports Illustrated would say it. I'm sure Bleacher Report would say it. I know Impact Media says it. So that's enough for me.
Becky Lynch hit me up on Instagram and she told me it as well.
See, Becky Lynch says it. So,
It's official.
we need to document when these people are actually saying this. People are not going
Yeah.
to believe us.
Just like
They're going to think we made it up.
just like they're all saying, Chad Gable's El Grande and all that. It's stupid
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. And see, we can address that out of the gate. Ludwig Kaiser can't be one of the El Grandes because he just got arrested. So if he's El Grande, then how come El Grande's still on TV?
There you go.
Just explain it right there. Can't be him.
Plus, luchadors don't go anywhere without their mask.
No, I'm not even a luchador, and my masks are behind me.
So yeah.
Actually, they're El Impacto's masks, but he leaves them here at the studio, which is weird. So I keep saying at some point somebody's going to be at the studio. They're going to see you not with your mask on. They're going to know who you are. But I don't know. He likes to wander around the Canadian wilderness so much that maybe people don't know what he looks like. Oh, just not really late. Just had a new entry into that's going to make the melee match way more interesting
Okay.
and to show how equal opportunity we really are. So, for people who don't know, we are going to talk all things WWE. We are mostly going to preview Saturday night's main event, which is happening this Saturday night.
Yes.
Should be home to watch that. I was thinking, I was like, is there
I'll
anything
be
going
home.
on? No, it's actually a really crazy, slow, independent week. There's only like 5 shows all weekend. Crazy. That being said, following this show, I'm going to talk to Josh Fields from Apex Pro Wrestling that is having an event this Saturday in Augusta. I think it's 7. Either way, tune into the show after this. We'll talk all about it there as we always do. Um, where you want to start?
You said you had something to talk about to start the show.
Oh yeah. It's part. I even wore this so that it would remind me. It actually has to do more with the situation than the person. I was on my way to the studio here, and an ESPN alert came across my phone that at first I didn't really believe, but when you get stuck in traffic, you get a chance to look into it. NASCAR legend and current driver Kyle Busch apparently has been under the weather for the last week or so. He actually passed away earlier this afternoon.
Dang.
So yeah, Kyle Busch, he was 41. I didn't realize that we were both older than him. I thought he was
I didn't
somewhere in
either.
between us. But yeah, he lit from everything I've seen. He got sick. He went to the hospital and complications of a really severe illness, they said. And I just thoughts, prayers, and condolences to the NASCAR and sports community, especially to the Bush family, Richard Childress Racing, all of that. But yeah, Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin, for people who don't know, I come from a big time race fan family. I don't think my mom misses many races. She goes to a bunch of them. She watches them all the time. But I grew up a big NASCAR fan because of that. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin are two of my absolute favorites. Whether you liked him or not, actually, as Ryan, who will have picks later, will say, he said he didn't like him at all as far as a racer, but as somebody who was also a father and a husband, he said just thoughts and prayers go out to the family, and that's where we here at Impact Media and the Backstage Jabronis are. Didn't matter if you liked him or not. He was still a great human who did a lot of great things, and we just, like we said, all our prayers and thoughts are with the Bush family right now because he had, I believe, I know Brexton is an up and coming racer who's like 12 or 13. That's his son. I think he's got a daughter, and his wife who does a lot of stuff as well. They're big in the community. But yeah, that come across my phone, and I've had other people reach out and be able to dig into it too, and it seems to be confirmed. So just wanted to throw that out there. I know this is a WWE podcast, but to me, humans are humans. So
It says here that Bush had been struggling with a sinus cold that was ex- exacerbated by the intense G forces and
yeah,
elevation changes at the New York road course. So, I mean, that's something that they probably don't give much thought to.
right.
But that driving around and around and super fast speeds, that takes effect on your body.
It does, and not just the speeds, like they said, the elevation, or being in planes, or going down the road and going
Yeah,
up and down hills and stuff.
that's
You know
tough.
how your ears will pop and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, just imagine having sinus issues and that. Um,
All right. Well, yeah. Rest in
but
peace to him.
but but yeah, I want to throw that out there. And like I said, I know it's a WWE podcast, but
We're
it's also our
humans.
podcast, and that's news
It's
either
our
way.
podcast. You don't like it, change
Exactly,
channel.
exactly. You don't like it?
Um,
Wait 30 minutes. There'll be another show on.
yeah. um,
All
I
right.
guess we can start with I personally think the main event is going to be Penta versus Ethan Page. Um,
Okay.
there's three women matches. Um,
It should be. I hope it is because man, that should that's gonna be a banger.
yeah, so
Those
I'm gonna save
two
that for last. I'm
two
gonna
are
skip
fun.
it. I'm gonna skip
Yeah.
it. We'll save that one for last.
Oh,
So
and let's introduce the competitors so that people
okay,
know. Because what we'll do is we'll go over our picks of a match and we'll break them down, and then we'll say who everybody did. I think that's what we did last time. And
yeah,
for people who don't know, all the people making guest picks this time, me and Daniel are still fighting over the Jabroni Championship,
that I'm the current
which is
holder of.
the middle. I'm still appealing that. By the way, I think there was a crooked ref. It could have been Jessica Carr because she cheat. But we're gonna fight over that one. If people want to randomly challenge us for that, you can jump in and it will be a triple
I'm
threat,
on it.
and that's cool. I don't have a problem if you want to challenge us when you send in your picks and say, "Nah, I don't want to go for the other title." But to give Kilo the week off because he will be defending next week. Uh, Everybody tonight is in multi-person melee for number one contendership. Um, that I guess Skrilla's going to sit out because I have not. We were going to give Skrilla a chance to get back in the title match, and I have not heard back from him. And he knew all week long when he needed a pick, so that's on you, sir. Even though happy birthday to the King of Controversy, today is his birthday, so
Happy
shout out to
birthday.
Skrilla on that. But you snooze, you lose.
So we got on my end, Kilo's little brother Danny, Overkill on Xbox. He's an Xbox gamer and not a PlayStation, but he's still able to play Call of Duty with us. Um, he is the kill cam master. This dude, if you play TDM with him or any of the multiplayer, he will get every single kill cam. It is ridiculous. I call him the KCM. He is the kill cam
You guys need
master.
to link up with my brother. My brother play. I don't know that he plays as much, although I think he just did get a new game system. So, but he used to play a lot of Call of Duty and stuff like that, and get highly recruited to military teams who were doing ops on there because he was pretty good.
Well, we play hardcore. We don't play that core crap. A lot of people play core so you can get shot like 58 times before you die. We play
Uh,
hardcore. You get shot, you die. This is real life.
I'm sure he does
Um,
that. I honestly don't know. I don't know what version he plays.
but yeah, he sent in his pick. So yeah.
Okay. So for the
I'll
sake of everything, when you see this here in a minute, um, and you're going to see because it's going to make it way less confusing. On the board, he's going to be represented by OK, Overkill.
got you.
We can still call him Danny, but it's going to make perfect sense when I tell you why he's not going by that, as far as this.
All right.
Because we show everybody, we're transparent. We show these. All right.
Yeah.
So also in this, making his return as he was in the inaugural as well, Ryan Marks, otherwise known as Mr. Marks, if you tuned in to the new show Pro Wrestling Underground, where me and him talk about all the indie stuff. He will be represented by RY for Ryan. Also making his return, my brother Jared. He will be JA. He was also in the initial. And the late addition that was thrown in, my illustrious sister-in-law, Danielle, which is why we're not putting Danny and Danielle on here. That'd be very, very confusing. She will be represented by DA as far as this. So for people who see that, I know it's probably backwards, but JARY okay, and then here's me and Daniel. So
Gotcha.
you got to see the chart. That's the way it looks.
We got to get
like
you
I
a
said,
bigger board.
working on it because we're working on what's behind here. Even if it is a green screen, at some point it probably won't be. It will be, because truth be told, you guys have figured out by now, I'm not actually in the arena every single show.
Not yet.
Yeah, working on that. But yeah, at some point the thing's behind me, but it's all, I got to have time to actually do it.
Okay, so
But all right,
I would say we
go ahead.
start with what I think is going to be the most boring match of the night. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss against Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Mitchin. This was just thrown together. They're trying to get as much out of the Rhea Ripley and Jade as they can before they throw them together again for a title match. They're trying to see if it'll make sense to do it, trying to see if they can put the title back on Jade. So honestly, I feel like this win will go to Jade's group. I'm picking. I think that it's too lopsided on one side. Now you can have Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair,
Yeah, it
and
is.
Alexa Bliss. You could have them win by pinning either B-Fab or Mitchin, but you're doing nothing. You're doing absolutely nothing for this storyline by having them win. And if that's what you're going to do, then that would make this storyline even more boring than what it is.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I say Jade's group wins. What you got?
I was kind of leaning the same way. I like what you're saying there, and also you got to start building the wall again between Rhea and Charlotte because they don't need to face off for a long time, and you can't put them as a team because Charlotte's already in a team because that would leave Alexa out. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with you that Jade Meechin and BFAB end up with the win because this is going to start building that wall between Charlotte and Rhea. At some point, there's been a lot of interviews lately with Charlotte where she mentions Becky Lynch's name. I don't think their feud is far away from reigniting. I think Becky's going to do a couple things like help Soul out and some other ones first, but Becky versus Charlotte for Survivor Series, if they championed two teams or something maybe, or just went toe to toe. I think towards the end of the year, I think we're going to see Becky Lynch and Charlotte back at each other again. So you got to start mixing the pot somewhere, stirring the pot. I think this is where the dissension starts, to where Alexa's in the middle of it. Like, would you guys just get along? And they're like, stay out of it. I think it's going to start doing that.
But yeah, plus seeing Charlotte over there on Raw, I could see that again. So that makes sense. You
Yeah.
want to go with your first? You want your guys, or you want me to go with Danny?
I mean, I can.
Well, do yours first because that's how it's set up over there. Yeah. The initials at the
Okay.
top. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, my brother Jared said that Rhea Ripley, Flair, and Bliss are going to win. Once again, their household is probably 110%, which is impossible, but 110% Rhea Ripley people. So, I mean, I don't blame them. It could be an easy mop-up win here. It could be just maybe they have 5 minutes for a match. Maybe they go, we need you guys to go 12. This to me, wherever the time falls, I think is where you're going to see this one. If they think something else is going to run long, this is the match that's going to get cut. because you can in
Yeah.
and out this one in a handful of minutes.
I think this one or the next one that I'm going to do, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because we'll get into that, the tiebreakers, because we all know how tiebreakers work around here, and they usually don't. The tiebreaker for this one is everybody was told to pick the shortest match and how long they thought the shortest match would be, and some pretty interesting guesses, at least on my side of this that I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, they went Rhea, Flair, and Bliss. And truth be told, so did my sister-in-law, so we can get both of those out of the way. I've got those marked. What did Danny say?
He said Rhea also.
Okay, I'm starting to think we're gonna get outvoted on, on the other
I'm
side.
okay with that.
Let's see, gentlemen. See, I knew Ryan was going to do this. Ryan says the Ripley match is a DQ. He didn't technically pick a side, so Ryan, by default, unless you clarify in the next handful of minutes, uh, I'm saying that you're picking Ripley by DQ somehow. I like that he's calling a shot on that, but that's what we'll go with.
All right. The next match, um, the women's tag team championship. You called them Scream Mode. I don't know if that's the real name or not.
That's the article that I got that list that I sent to everybody from called them that. It's not a bad name. I'll give them that. It's not bad.
It,
It's got legs, but
it's going to be
I'll go ahead and
for a limited time, and they're going against the irresistible forces of Nia Jax and Lash Legend. I'm gonna let you pick first on this one because I picked first on the last.
which is good because I was about to go straight into it. And long story short, Irresistible Forces are taking this one. I don't know if they win the titles back. I will leave that kind of ambiguous there that it could some sort of melee because we've seen like 50 people in like 45 teams all intersect with each other here lately, and maybe Lyra and Bailey come down and cause some sort of confusion or something. But as far as the winners of the match, the Irresistible Forces are going to win the match. Um, I don't know if they win the titles back. I would do it. And for people who have any problem with, oh, well, Paige and Brie didn't get the titles for very long. So you got them. I mean, it counts as I don't want to hear it. They gave you a solid run with it, and now it's time to do something good with it and get it off of them onto people who should have it.
So I'm going to agree with you and disagree with you at the same time. I agree that Nia Jax and Lash Legend win, but I disagree that because it will be they will win the titles, and the reason they will win the titles is because you said they said they didn't have them on long. Technically, they weren't supposed to have them in the first place. It wasn't supposed to be Paige and Brie. It was supposed to be
The
Nikki and
balance.
Brie.
Yeah.
So Nikki makes her return at Saturday Night's main event and causes them to lose. It helps turn Nikki back to being a heel, which is what they were trying to do in the first place. And this will start a Nikki versus Paige little rivalry. So yeah, new tag team champions is what I got over here.
That's
And with
it,
the return of
and they
Nikki.
very well could. I'm just saying I know they're going to win. I feel like it probably is going to be DQ so that they can involve more people like they've been doing and interrupting everybody to where you're going to end up with like a 5 or 6 team random some kind of stipulation match or gauntlet match or something. But it also wouldn't hurt my feelings if they won the titles back. Let's see here. I'm already on Ryan's page, so I will stay there for that. And he took Scream Mode. I like the name. I think you can do something with the name, but like you said, it's not much. I mean, unless when you add Nikki back, they stay as a 3 piece. I had to carefully step around that verbiage. They could stay as a trio, as the Bellas and Paige. Paige is notorious for being in with like a triad of women. So I'm running out of words to say 3 people in a group without really hitting into some stuff
They're
that
going to
might
be
get
a
us
threesome.
canceled. So at this, and especially given some other histories of other people involved. So Other than that, I'm gonna go to somebody else's pick so that we get off of that. Looks like everybody over there went scream mode. What did Mr. Overkill do?
He went Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. He went the
There we go.
Forces.
There we go. I like
Somebody got
that
some
team.
sense.
I really like that
Yeah,
team too.
yeah, they're dangerous.
And they're
Um,
fun. And what it's going to set up is about 2 or 3 years from now, when I think Nia may decide to hang it up, because she almost did before. Then they got her back. I think once Nia starts to move on, Lash has been under the learning tree for so long that she's gonna just crush people. She's the future of one of the future people of the division.
I could see that. The next one, another tag team championship match, the Vision versus the Street Pop Profits. So I got the Street Profits winning and taking the titles because they've already planted the seed for Joe Hendry versus Logan Paul. And you can't really have that if he's holding on to the titles.
Wait,
So
Logan, you mean Paul? Paul?
fire
Can we
Logan
fire
Paul.
Logan Paul? That
Yeah,
guy? Okay.
yeah. So Street Profits win, and that's because they got to get the title off of Logan. Plus, I kind of feel like they're also wanting to do some stuff with Austin. They keep putting him in single matches. I think we're about to see him join Seth here soon. I feel like that's what we're going to see with
Logan?
that one. Yeah. No, no, no. Austin Theory. My bad. They were almost dressed
Okay.
identical when they went against each other this past Raw. Like
Yeah, they were. It was pretty funny.
so. Yeah. So it's like I just feel like it's coming, and why would you put the Street Profits on Raw and put them in this if you're not going to put the titles on them? They're an actual tag team. But at the same time, I'm gonna double knife myself on this one. You kind of also see the possible breakup of Ford and Dawkins again with the beef they're having with each other. But I'm going to stick with the Street Profits winning the title just so we can get the Logan versus Mr. Hendry.
Yeah, because what's to say that the Profits wouldn't split and one of them join up with Seth?
Montez Ford would be beautiful with that.
Most people would think Ford, but Dawkins
I mean,
wouldn't be bad either.
Dawkins getting in shape too. He's losing weight.
He has really leaned up the way Montez has too. They are shredded.
Yeah, yeah. I seen Dawkins. He went to do a move and his titties were flying around from how much weight he's lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all
So who
fun
you
and
got?
games till that happens.
I'd like my titties to fly around. I need to lose weight.
Moving on. I'm trying to not get us canceled. We're dancing all around it now. Oh, it's my breakdown. I think they haven't built the Profits enough, and if they are going to split them, I don't know if they're going to split them or not, because every time we think they're going to split a team, they just do something else. Um, I still think the Vision need the tag titles at least until Bronson Reed comes back, because I don't know that Braun is going to stick around the Vision. I think once him and Seth settle everything out, I think Braun is going to go off on his own, and I don't know if Heyman goes with him or not. I think the Vision will be something different, or it may just dissolve all into one. But
So you're going with a vision?
I'm going with the Vision to retain for
All
sure.
right. So before
Yeah,
before we start talking about what our companions, our fellow people picked, we do need to talk about how on Raw Brock Lesnar made his return. Um, so this is what I've heard and I believe. I heard that Brock Lesnar legit retired. He was done.
yeah, yeah,
And I heard that Triple H sent his lawyers after him because Triple H says, no, you're signed through this and we have a contract where your last match is going to be at SummerSlam against Gunther. And I mean, this is some stuff that I've been seeing. He and Triple H was highly pissed because this was the layout that was the game plan that they had. So I feel like he forced him to come
he
back.
he can be as pissed as he wants to be, but if somebody decides to leave, they decide to leave. Nothing you can do about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but if you're under contract, like Lesnar's already being sued by a whole bunch of people over the sex allegations and stuff. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want another one. I mean, I truly believe to keep from being sued, he said, "Okay, here I come."
It was good though. He came back and absolutely destroyed Oba, and it was great.
I haven't seen Oba destroy ever like that. Like he F5'd him at least 4 times.
Yeah, trust me. In NXT, Oba never got thrown around like that. There wasn't anybody to do it. There ain't but about 1 or 2 people that could pick him up like that, and they didn't throw him around.
So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to bring that up. That is something that we needed to bring up, that Lesnar is back, and I'm not sure what's going to go. We could probably touch a little bit more on that if we see him again. It won't be on SmackDown tomorrow night, and I'm pretty sure he might make an appearance at Saturday night's main event just to talk smack. But I mean, because we'll see. But go ahead with your guys on the tag team match.
Well, it's a sweep on this side. They're all thinking the Vision's going to retain.
It's the Vision over here too. So I guess I'm the lone guy over here thinking that Street Profits take it.
You're lone wolf in this one.
I'm okay with that one.
Yeah. So I was thinking about adding a stipulation too that if you ever lone wolf something, maybe it counted different. But nah, I always leave it.
That's the first lone wolf, I think, and we've yet to have a sweep. Nobody's picked the same thing for the entire thing, I think.
Yeah, for this time. Yeah, correct.
Okay. The next match. Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. What you got? This is an obvious.
This is either going to go one of 2 ways. The fact that they made it non-title really, really paints the picture that regardless, Sol Ruca is going to look like the next Charlotte Flair by the end of this, and Becky Lynch is probably going to get a Christmas bonus in May for doing it. Because, I mean, think of it this way. If Sol beats her, has a win over the champ, she gets a title match. It could be next week even for all it matters. If she could lose that, that's fine. She doesn't necessarily have to win it. But it makes way more sense for Sol Ruca to go over here after losing the last handful of matches. She's like 0-3 or 0-4 since joining the main roster. You don't have her lose on something like this. These Saturday night main events are going to be the showcases for the new stars they're trying to build, something they hadn't done in about 10 years, built a new star. So I got Sol Ruca in this one, even though Becky Lynch is still the best wrestler.
Sports Illustrated said it. I too am going with Sol Ruca because that's the whole point of making this a non-title match. You know, I know Becky tried to play the role of, oh, you have to earn it. You haven't earned the title shot. You have to beat me. I mean, they could let Becky win or have Becky win and just continue or something. Or the seeds were planted a little bit with Jessica.
I 100% believe Jessica Carr is the referee for this.
Yes. And see, the seeds were planted a little bit for her, and they watered it a little bit, and then they stopped watering it altogether. And then in that AJ Lee match, they watered it again.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went away. I haven't seen Jessica that much at all. I've seen her here and there. She might be doing more training just to get ready for what's about to happen.
Yeah, she did an aerial acrobatic show the other day. I saw the Instagram.
Okay. Well, like I said, I see this possibly. I just think Sol Ruca is going to win this. It is what it is. You don't make this a non-title match and have her lose after doing nothing but losing. But she could become that good. That's just a waste of a great performer if you continue to have her lose, though.
Yeah, it's like, what was the point? She could have stayed in NXT and lost.
Yes.
Something she didn't do very often down there.
So Danny over here also has Soruka.
Then this is our first sweep because that's what all the other three said as well. And it's, I mean, the bad thing is they did the right thing with Soul losing to Zarya in NXT. I don't think they should have quite did the spot they did, but the problem is it's not helping Zarya at all that she beat somebody who can't win on the main roster. You got to get her Soul a big win, and this has got to be it, or you're burying Zarya without even trying.
Yep. The domino effect starting to look real ugly.
Yep.
All right. So for what we both thought, well, I think, I don't know how you feel, but I think it's going to be the main event. I think it should be the main event. It is the workers' title. It has always been known as the workers' title. With it being the workers' title, it deserves to be the main event on a workers' night. Penta versus Ethan Page.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ethan Page wins. He gets his first title. Um, I'm going to hurt a couple people's feelings, and it is what it is. Penta hasn't did much with the title,
No,
and
he's had some good performances,
yes,
but they haven't really they booked him a lot of odd like they've
yes,
booked him like a luchador, a
and
bunch of make luchador style matches instead of just straight up letting him face somebody because he's a really good wrestler.
well, he's facing somebody, and he's going to lose the title. I think Ethan Page is about to show why he was caught up from NXT. And I think he's going to be a great IC champion. Not the same character, but the charisma of Mr. Perfect as the IC champion is what I see with Ethan Page.
Yeah, there's a big similarity there. I see that. Yeah,
Yeah, I think like Mr. Perfect when he was the IC champion, he was like he was the greatest, and he was really good with it. When I think of
but his wrestling style is not athletic like that. He is
yeah,
more a mix of like Savage Rick Rude.
well, that's why I say I'm okay with that. It's just I'm talking about the persona.
Yeah,
People would try to say people try to say that the Honky Tonk Man was the greatest IC champion. He's not even in my top 10, if I'm honest. Remember, he had that long reign.
he did. I think it's just they
Um,
forgot he had it.
I think they forgot he had it, and I think they didn't know who else they wanted to put it on because
Right.
everybody else they had in the heavyweight title match.
And since they
Um,
couldn't decide, they just said, "Well, just hang on to it
yes, yes. So, um, Ethan Page.
all the
That
way." Like I said, I like Penta. Big fan of Penta. Seen him live at a small show, and got to meet him. He's fantastic. He's fantastic in person. But I've been an Ethan Page fan since not even his AEW days. Let's go further back when he showed up on TNA wrestling, and him and Josh Alexander just completely terrorized the tag team division over there. Had one of the longest tag team reigns ever. But Ethan Page is just the worker's worker. Like you said, he does things that all the workers appreciate, and the fans are starting to see it. You may boo him out of the building. That's what he wants you to do. He's just that good. He's going to have a big middle title run like this. I think,
I don't think he'll ever
depending on
get
how
the
long
heavy.
he sticks around, he could elevate to another level, but he's going to establish this part of the card first.
Yes,
So
I don't
Ethan
see
Page
him
all the
as a
way.
world champion yet. Like I mean, even I don't see when I look at Ethan Page, I don't think
Not
world
yet.
champion. I think of middleweight champion. So and
For
there's
now.
not that's
Mm-hmm.
nothing bad. We're
No.
I'm the middleweight champion right now for the Backstage Jabronis.
Yeah. For now.
um, so you're also going Ethan.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's looking like based off of that, the match that's going to decide us might be the tag team match, right?
Yeah.
Did we agree with
That's
everything
yeah.
else?
Yeah. That's what I was looking at. I thought we agreed on everything, and I was like, but no, that one. Yeah. So that'll decide it. We don't even need tiebreakers for ours. Um, Not quite the same on the other. There's only one disagreement across all four of our other people so far coming into this last match.
Uh, Danny's got Penta.
Then 4 of the 5 matches are complete across the board the same for our new competitors because everybody on this side is Team Penta too.
All right, so I guess we get to the
The tiebreakers.
shortest match and the amount of time. So I think what we'll do is the first tiebreaker is the shortest match, and if it's still tied after that, then we go
Then
to
it's
the
the
minute.
time. Yeah. That's why there's. I
Two of
set
them.
that other one. Yeah,
Got you. So
that's why I'm
Danny
good
over
at catching
here,
everybody's up.
I feel like he's going to be wrong, but hey, by all means. If I had to pick, I would say the shortest match is going to be. I want to say the Rhea Ripley match, but there's too many people involved there.
Yeah, it, for it to be a wash.
Yeah, so I'd have to say the women's tag team championship match. I'm still gonna go with the Rhea Ripley match. I'm gonna say that's gonna be the short one, and I'm saying 13 minutes.
Wow. Um, this might be really all right. There's an argument to be made that what if Sol Ruka beats Becky Lynch in 3.5 seconds or under 10 seconds? There's that possibility. Somebody
I
brought
was
that to
looking
my
at that
attention
one as
earlier.
well.
They should have stuck with it for their pick because it's not a bad pick at all, especially if Jessica Carr's involved. What if there's a shoving match and Jessica shoves Becky, who falls down, Sol wraps her up. 1, 2, 3, we're done. I mean, that would be the time to do it if you're going to do it because then it doesn't hurt Becky. It really helps Sol, and there's more feud going on there with her and Jessica Carr. I would love to stick to that,
I feel
but
like you gotta put So
I'm
Ruka's
but I'm
ability on a big map, and she's a great wrestler.
although I almost want to swap my pick right there because I'm almost convincing myself that's what it is if
Yeah,
that
you
was going to
said that,
be it.
and you almost
But
convinced me.
instead, I said Impact Media and especially me in 2026 we're not afraid to make enemies. And boy, we might be disrespectful with this pick here. Um, I think I think the Irresistible Forces are going to beat Scream Mode in about I'm going to say 4 minutes and 42
Ooh,
seconds. I think it is going to be either before the DQ or whatever happens, or they're just going to run slap over them.
it's gonna take them that long to get down to the ring. They're big asses.
Once again, that is Daniel on that side. It says that we are equal opportunity. We appreciate everybody, and they're bigger than us. We should remember that.
They are. They are. Yeah. Um, Danny over here, like I said, he wasn't the smartest. Um, he
You took shots at
said,
Kilo. You might as well take shots at his brother.
"Yeah, for real. Hey, when we play, I take shots at him." He started off by saying he says the Penta match is going to be less than 20 minutes. I responded with, "Just a heads up. The longest match at Backlash was 21 minutes. The shortest was 11." I said, "I need you to be more precise with the time.
Yeah,
That less than 20 minutes is stupid." So he stuck with the he stuck with the Penta match and he said 15 minutes.
15
That
flat.
match might go 15 minutes, but another match will go shorter. That's how I feel. But
Yeah,
hey, that's on him.
I agree. He might be close to the time of that match, but I don't think it's going to be the shortest.
Yeah.
Um, let's stick with my sister-in-law Danielle, who also picked the Penta match. She says 4 minutes flat for Penta to win that one. So I think that would be interesting. Because you'll see when I wrote them on here, I wrote the winners of the matches they picked so that it's easier to keep up with. Let's go to her illustrious husband, otherwise known as my brother Jared, who says Sol Ruka is going to pick up the pin over Becky Lynch or are going to win in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. He initially said 3.30 seconds, and I said, "Did you mean minutes or seconds?" Because that's what gave me that thought. I was like, 3.5 seconds would be interesting. Like you know, ding ding ding, shove 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, it's done. That's what gave me that idea. But he clarified the 3.5 minutes on that one, and Mr. Mark said that the six-woman tag match is going to be decided in 4 minutes and 17 seconds. So not a lot of faith in women's matches for most of us.
This
Although a
is,
lot of
yeah.
faith, I think there's a lot of ways. Like I said, there's going to be a match. They're going to be pushed for time, and that one's going to get cut big time. Or they're going to have some wild hair idea where somebody can win in 10 seconds, and they're going to do it.
Keep my. I mean, even though my our stuff don't matter, keep mine for the women's the triple threat, but change it to 11 minutes because that 14 is a little heavy for the shortest.
Well, you said 13, but yeah, we'll go.
13. Okay, yeah, change it to 11. I
All
just
right.
don't think any match is going to be less than 11 minutes because I feel like on when the site that I go to, which is Waikai, that keeps up with this stuff, it includes the interest and everything, the entrances.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm
Yeah, see,
sticking
that's the
with.
thing too. Is maybe I'll try to stopwatch it or something like that with like my phone or something, and I'm doing bell to bell is what I
Well,
count.
technically, it goes.
Because if not, then the shortest Undertaker match is still like 15 minutes, but 14 of it was him coming to the ring.
Yeah. So we'll see. Um, John Cena will be at this Saturday night's main event talking about his special thing that's got coming up. That's just me throwing something out there. I don't know how true it is, but I figured I'd say something
All right, so
stupid.
here's the thing. We'll do this real quick then, because what's going to happen is some people think it's a tournament. I don't think it's a tournament. I think it's going to be very much a showcase like it was before. And what it's supposed to happen is we the fans can use these little devices and these little devices here and vote, not necessarily based on a win. You vote on the best
The
performance
best
of the
performance,
night.
yes.
Yeah. People that watch rugby, like me, people that watch soccer, maybe like you,
I
it's when
don't.
you vote man or woman of the match. It doesn't necessarily have to be from the winning side. They don't necessarily have to be on the scoreboard. You just go, man, she outworked everybody. She did all these things here that really helped them, put them in a good space. Or man, he really did this, and that's what this is going to come down to. Which in a way means we are going to be doing their work for them, because they're going to find out real quickly who is getting over, who is popular, who is not popular, who is getting zero
And
reaction whatsoever. A couple people are going to get fired over this.
and let's be honest, this will be the only time that WWE listens to their fans because 90% of the time they don't listen to the fans. I
It's
heard
gotten them this
a
far. Why would they?
Yeah, right. I heard a great rumor. If it's true, I will be the
I
happiest.
am not the mental tag partner. That's a lie.
I will be the happiest WWE fan if this is true. Um, Enzo has been seen at NXT the last couple of tapings. He was at the last PLE they had.
You mean real
There's
one?
Yes, actually he's going by Enzo because there's a rumor that he will be coming back to WWE. Also, there was a rumor that Big Cass's contract will be up with AEW at the
It is.
end of this month or the beginning of next month.
Yep. It's
Um,
within 30 days.
yeah, so Triple H has been, and this is really weird. Triple H has been looking around for some tag teams for the new
Yeah,
division that the division they're putting together, and this is
yeah. They
after
want to build the tag division after they just got rid of
the New
New
Day,
Day
Motor City
and the
Machine
Motor City
Gun,
Machine Guns
half
and
of
like
the Family Tree, all of the Wyatt Six. Come on, but you know what? If that means they're bringing back Enzo, Enzo was the first time I saw Enzo, and I'm like, this is my new favorite wrestler. Of that generation, nobody will ever
oh
take Sting.
he's something else. He's and him and
Yeah,
Cass pair well. And if you
Yes.
haven't heard the story of their first few nights on TV together, I'll find it. It's on the Chris Van Vliet show from like 5 years ago.
John
It's
Cena's a
it's
humongous fan
incredible.
of Enzo.
It has to do with John Cena, and
Yeah.
when you hear the story, this is just how the stars line up. Because if stars don't align the exact way they do, we would never know who Big Cass or Enzo Amore are.
Yeah. I've seen him. I
By the
follow
way,
his.
Enzo is a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that.
And Big Cass, he's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that.
And they're and one word that does not describe them at all, and I'm going to spell it out for you,
Yeah, spell it
is
out for him.
SAWFT, soft. That
Soft
is does not describe them at all.
at all. Greatest
And that's the
entrance
and
of
the, I
is the
mean
greatest entrance of almost it's top five of all time.
he could read the phone book. Enzo could read the phone book, and it would sound like, I mean, it would sound like a Disney movie. It just
We're huge fans over here. Well, I am. I'm a huge fan of Enzo. I hate I hate how his whole everything happened to him and off of false allegations which came out to be untrue.
mm-hmm.
Um, and if he's really given another opportunity, I'm looking forward to it. I think he's going to be a superstar. I'd almost, I don't know if
Can we
I'd
think of the
rather
verbal
see.
battles? I mean, we talk about people like Ethan Page just kills promos. Could you imagine Enzo and Ethan Page going back and
I'm,
forth?
I'm thinking about either a battle between or a tag team with him and LA Knight. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, throw in LA Knight, who is MIA again. He randomly showed up this week, at
In the
least long
back.
enough to know he's not on a milk carton. But
Yeah.
I mean, think about, like, we know Dwayne's not going to be back anytime soon, but could you just imagine that The Rock comes out and gets everybody electrified, and then Enzo comes out and just completely clowns him?
And it's got to be some like their theme music is some of the best.
It
Like
is.
when you hear that I don't even know how it goes. That how,
If they sign those guys back, it's gonna. I'll predict it now. It will predict the end of the Street Profits. They will either get rid of the Street Profits or they will split them because they're going to be too similar in what they're trying to do. I can't hear it.
you can't hear it over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for the record, I just played the Enzo theme.
Mm.
It was great though. Hopefully they'll be able to hear it on the thing. If not, go look it up, man.
I think if they were to, let's see, what's after Clash in Italy? Money in the
Let's
Bank or
see.
something?
Let's see.
I think Money in the Bank.
The
Oh, this helps
upcoming
my
event,
prediction. This helps my
Night of
prediction. I know
Champions.
Night of Champions.
And
Okay.
then that's followed by another Saturday night. Then it's followed by SummerSlam and then a Money in the Bank.
All right. So Night of Champions, we're going to get the Vision, who are still going to have the title, against whoever the SmackDown people are. I think they should do that on all of them. If they don't, then the idea I'm going to pitch, move that to a Champions night. But let's say the Vision do that. The Vision still have the titles after that. On that Saturday night main event, they're supposed to go against a mystery team, and it's Enzo and Big Cass.
Well, you know that Saturday night's main event will be in New York City.
And that's exactly because he's from New York. I forgot where Cass is from. Jersey, I think.
It's in Madison Square Garden, July 18th. So, we'll
That
see. We'll
building is
see.
so big for Enzo too.
Yeah, we'll see. All right.
Yeah, just so
There you
people
guys
know,
go. Take a
there's the
screenshot.
board. There's the board. It's now imprinted because I know it's probably backwards. Is there a way
It
I
is.
can swap this around? I
Well, it's not really
mean,
backwards. It's the right way. It's the right way.
is
It's the
it?
right way for us.
I don't think so.
No, but yeah, it is. It is. I'm looking at it. So it's how I'm looking at it will be how they're looking at it too. But the way you're
Either
looking at
way,
it is backwards.
either way,
Because
I'm going to show it both just in case. So
okay,
I've left it up multiple times. So that way people know we did write it down. We are keeping up with it. I thought I lost the pen.
not only that, just go back and watch our videos, guys.
Yeah,
If you think we lied about something. Plus, we got
promise.
all the text messages. I will
Yep.
post my text messages on here.
Statute of limitations will not.
Oh, well, I got nothing else. I gotta be in bed here in 20 minutes because I gotta be up at 3 o'clock.
Enjoy that. I will probably wake up and roll over and go back to bed for a few more hours at 3 o'clock. It is a typical time I tend to wake up for some reason. But yeah, there's all the picks. The winner of the four person melee there, just what I'm calling it for now. The fatal four way, I guess, will be the new number one contender to take on Kilo next week for Clash in Italy.
After I beat you again, I'll defend the title again at Clash in Italy against you.
Okay. That's
But
it. And
but
if people want to, because I'm going to bring in other people for guest picks, you're going to bring in people
come
too.
on.
If you're giving your picks, we're going to. I'm not going to ask you. You're going to have to. That means you have to actually watch the show to know there's this
There you
stipulation
go. There you go.
that if you are submitting your picks and you don't want to go for the number one contendership or you don't want to go for the title, if you're in that, you can join our match and make it a triple threat.
But here's the thing. This is what you guys got to understand. Our title is the working man's title. Our title is defended at every single Saturday night, every single PLE. Anytime that it's an off that's not a Monday night or a SmackDown, whoever's got the title is defending the title. If you do not put your picks in, you give up the title, and whoever wins that night will take championship. So
Yep.
you got to watch us. He's kind enough. He'll shoot a text to you and be like, hey, but I mean, eventually we're going to stop shooting texts out to you guys. That's if you take one of our titles, you take my title. If Kilo or Danny decides that they want to come for our title,
Which they don't because they're scared.
yeah, they are scared. Could the champion defend his title and face us in the same night if that's what they want to do?
Sure.
I don't want the main title. I think we discussed that. You can go for it. I don't want it. I'm gonna be the working man's champion for as long as I can.
I won't lie. Given the opportunity, I might. It just
Hey,
depends. If we get somebody that one of two things, and I know these are the two most common scenarios with championships, but if we get somebody that is just getting all high and mighty and is just dominating and went on a big, long, illustrious, which I've said about five times in this show.
4 or 5
Yeah,
month run.
yeah, you're going on a pretty solid run. Somebody needs to knock you down a peg.
I might
You might see the Impact sneak up in there if he
yeah.
qualifies. I have to qualify the same way. We have no precedent. We can't say it's our show. We just do that. That's the one time we stick to our own rules. But either that or if it keeps being traded back and forth. If it's every other time somebody's losing it and it's all these short runs, somebody's got to step in and solidify it. So one of those two.
So, and what we got to do if one of us does decide to go for the big title, before we do our picks, before any of that, at the start of the show, we got to say, "Hey, I'm not going. I'm going for the main title this show." We got to announce it at the beginning, and then we go.
The show.
Yes, got to open the show with, "Hey, just like Money in the Bank, I'm cashing it in."
Yep.
Hey, we might even,
I am withdrawing from the Jabroni title and inserting myself in the number one contendership.
And I'm going ahead and I'm planting the seeds. I'm hoping we continue to water it. The Money in the Bank match, we're going to make it some way to where somebody could win the Money in the Bank, to where you can cash it in at any time you want. Even if you're not the number one contender, you pick the title you want to cash it in on.
Yep. The one way that you can skirt it.
There you go. You could turn a like, for instance, whoever wins. Let's say Danny wins this week and he's going against Kilo next week. If one of us has the Money in the Bank, we're like, you know what? I'm joining that. It's a triple threat now.
Too. Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. And, we might do 2 Money in the Banks, one for women, one for men. I mean, we'll figure it out. When we get there, that's in September. Let's not think too far ahead. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 PLEs before we get there, and that's not counting the other audience stuff that they might throw
Boy,
in.
so far we've only had one lady join us. So if we start to get a bunch where a lot of people want to be in, sure, we'll create a whole new women's division. Fine with me.
Or yeah, we'll figure something out as we always do. All right, I'm done.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
you got another show to do.
Always, always know the show. But yeah, there's our picks. There's you guys thought Saturday night's main event was going to be boring. We just gave you many reasons to watch. Um, if I was more familiar with the betting scene with DraftKings on how you can bet on WWE, I would probably go over that because that would probably make you want to watch even more. But until I figure that out, we'll just keep talking about the picks the way we do. And next week, of course, we'll just recap these and jump right into the Clash of Italy. So it's going to be another fun week. And if you didn't get your picks in this time, like if your birthday happened to be today and sometimes they call you the king of controversy, you can always join us next week and jump in the number one contendership, try to get up for the next one there. But other than
Every
that,
week we're having a number one contender match. Every single, I mean, not every week, but every PLE. So even though Kilo's defending his title, there
yeah,
also
yeah,
will be.
yeah, there will basically be three matches almost every PLE, and that'll be the working man, that'll be the heavyweight, and that'll be the number one contendership for the heavyweight.
There you go. I like that.
Guaranteed three solid matches. You don't need more than that with
I
us.
agree.
But I think we have rambled and workshopped that as much as we possibly can for tonight. I'm going to let Daniel go get some sleep so that he can make all that bread in the morning.
Make that bread.
For my tag team partner, Daniel Snyder, I am Jeremy York. We are the Backstage Jabronis, the number one WWE tag team in media and uh, all things wrestling. And until next time, deuces, gooses, go watch wrestling. Enjoy the Saturday night's main event.
All right.